right, so
Yeah, Stone can begin. We'll read you our pitch.
Okay. Good morning. We are youth substance prevention leaders from Stoughton. My name is Onyeka Wazoje.
I'm Megan McNamara.
I'm Lauren Price.
I'm Gina Kim.
Thank you for being here today to listen to our hopes for a better future for our community and our state.
As high school students, we have witnessed countless lives be diminished due to alcohol and substance use. We have seen how normalized and accepted these practices have become and how greatly they destroy students' opportunities for success. Because alcohol is so easily accessible, individuals rarely consider how serious the risks may be and the degree of which their lives can be affected. I have personally observed close friends put their lives on hold, ruin their chances of succeeding, and lose themselves all because of alcohol use.
With this in mind, our solution is raising the Massachusetts alcohol excise tax. This is a flat tax that doesn't rise with inflation, so since it was last raised in 1980, it has lost 75% of its monetary value.
sure, I guess.
And so much of its preventative power. By enacting this tax, it will discourage teens who are only funded by part-time jobs from taking the risk and buying alcohol. Additionally, revenue from this tax can be used for public health programs like substance prevention and treatment efforts. When a similar tax was introduced in Maryland in 2010, youth alcohol consumption dropped 26% just 6 years later. Even the World Health Organization has identified raising the price of alcohol as a leading way to curb alcohol-related harms.
It has been over 4 decades since the tax was last raised, and now is the time to redefine the norm. This policy change is not just about numbers, it's about protecting youth, saving lives, and making our community safer. From pioneering education to sparking innovation, Massachusetts has always been a leader, and this is our chance to lead again. On behalf of young people like us, thank you for turning knowledge into action and ideas into impact. Together, we can ensure that future generations grow up in a state that prioritizes their well-being, so let's raise the tax and keep youth on track. Thank you for your time and for considering our opinions. Thank you.
Thank you. How long have you guys been doing this as a coalition?
Different years depending on people, but I started a sophomore. I think so started a sophomore. We're seniors. We're all seniors now, and you guys are juniors, right?
Okay, good. I'm really interested in that Maryland piece and what the effects of that were. Do you have like a handout that would do that, or is that in here?
There might be something in there, but
Yeah.
that's something that Dr. David Jernigan worked on, who's with us today.
Okay.
So we can send something else out. With
Yeah,
that.
good. Because that always sways people.
Yeah.
You know, when there's been someone that's taken the initiative ahead of time that we can look at to show that it has a positive effect.
Absolutely.
Our emails are on there if you wanted to contact us again to get more information.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I was
we'll
gonna
definitely
add-
be following up with more stuff. And then we're actually working with Senator Lewis to sponsor
Okay.
a bill that should be going in today. So
Yeah, the filing
Filing
deadline
today.
is Friday. So.
yeah.
Okay, so Jason, Senator, he was a former rep actually. Senator Jason Lewis is filing the bill on the Senate side? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Very good. I can tell you that the representative would be interested in the effort.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And then we have also some students from Norwood who would love to speak too.
That's why you went to see Johnny Rogers, huh?
Hi everyone, my name is Hillary. I'm a Norwood student in Norwood High School. I'm a junior. I want to start this by thanking everyone here. Thanks for this opportunity for being here. I've lived in Norwood for 7 years now, and since middle school I have witnessed middle schoolers using cigarettes in bathrooms. It's a lot, but lately it has been even more. Middle school now have installed vape detectors in the bathroom, and parents are now outside the bathroom supervising the bathroom. They're volunteering and they're taking their own time to being there and making sure no students are going, like a lot of students are going to the bathroom at once, make sure no one is vaping and doing those stuff.
It helps with bullying too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
For some, this might seem unnecessary, but unfortunately for my community, this has become something extremely necessary. Now, being a junior in high school, I have noticed cigarettes are still an issue. However, alcohol has become an even bigger one, as alcohol is more accessible to teenagers. This isn't just something I have noticed over the years, it's something research has also shown. A survey done by Impact Norwood every 2 years called MetroEst have found that 30.5% of Norwood High School students report drinking in their lifetime. 15.3% report binge drinking, as well as 9.6% of current high school students record they were drinking in the past 30 days during the survey. This is why I'm here today, to advocate to raising alcohol taxes. While it won't solve all of our problems, I believe increasing those taxes can make alcohol more expensive and less accessible for teenagers. Studies have shown a higher price reduce underage drinking, as teens with limited financial resources are less likely to afford it. In states like Minnesota, where alcohol taxes were raised by 2.5% in recent years, underage drinking and binge drinking has become less often, and the rates have dropped significantly. Higher alcohol prices led to 10% decrease in teens' rates. However, in many areas, including our own states, alcohol taxes have not been increased or adjusted for years. As a result, alcohol use has become more common and seen among teenagers. As someone who has witnessed this in high school and honestly almost my whole life in here, I can tell in firsthand that I believe we have a responsibility to do it better for the future generation. Raising alcohol taxes isn't just about numbers or percentage. It's about stepping towards a more better community for the next generation and for the new youth coming after us. Thank you.
Good presentation. All of you. Nicely done. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're up.
Hi everyone, I'm Jimmy Yuma. I'm a current junior at Noreen High School. I want to start by expressing a heartfelt thank you to everyone here today, especially you for being here. And just taking the time just to listen to our voices of these young people who are just so dedicated and passionate about raising this excess tax on alcohol. More importantly, I'm grateful for this opportunity to share my perspective and how alcohol consumption has impacted our communities, and ultimately the state of Massachusetts. These conversations are just the beginning, small steps towards addressing a much larger issue. They represent the hope we have for real change and the solutions we will make a difference. As an upperclassman, I've witnessed firsthand how drinking culture continues to grow in my community. It shows up everywhere, from Little League games to house parties to school events. Alcohol consumption is deeply woven in many social settings. I've seen how it affects the choices my peers make, often with them not fully realizing the consequences. This isn't just a local issue, it's a reflection of a much larger pattern that needs to be addressed. To give some context, the federal tax on alcohol was last adjusted in 1991. 33 years ago, during President George H.W. Bush administration. In Massachusetts, the state hasn't raised its alcohol tax since 1980, 44 years ago when Jimmy Carter was president. That's a long time ago without addressing this issue. But why does this matter? It matters because the longer we wait, the more deeply this issue becomes embedded in our communities. An adjusted tax on alcohol has many benefits. It helps overall cost means less accessibility for youth, both directly and indirectly. When the price of alcohol goes up, young people are less likely to spend their limited money on it, and those who may be willing to buy it for them are also less inclined to do it. This creates a financial barrier that helps prevent underage drinking. However, this tax isn't just about making alcohol less affordable for youth. It's about sending a message that we as a society are taking the health and safety of our young people seriously. It's about recognizing that alcohol consumption is not just a personal choice, but something that has a broader consequence for our communities. The revenue from this tax can be used to fund important public health initiatives, education programs, and support services for those affected by alcohol abuse. So this tax isn't only to deter, but also to invest in the future of our youth and the well-being of our entire state. We have a chance to change that now, and together we can make a meaningful impact on the health and well-beings of our future generations. Thank you.
I didn't hear much about addiction, which is also a part of this, especially for kids who start early. It just becomes part of what they do. And addiction is much harder to treat than curbing abuse. So, well done. Let's see what the bill looks like, and I'll talk to my boss about weighing in on it. How's
Awesome.
that? All right?
Yeah, we'll definitely follow up with any sort of docket numbers that we get.
Yeah, do. It's in. Actually, I'll be able to see it on Lowe's too. But
Okay.
yeah, as soon as he files it, we get a docket number. We'll see what goes on, and then they'll schedule a hearing for it. I think Probably revenue. The committee would
Yeah,
be-
that's what we were thinking. I think last year that's where it was.
Yeah, Rep. Cusack's committee. I think, well, he was the chair. I don't know who's going to be the chair this time.
Okay.
Because everything changes every 2 years, except this one. So, no, thank you. Very well done presentation. Nice going, you guys. Keep at it. Seriously, keep at it, because we're a hard group to convince.
Yeah.
All right? Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
so much.